I wasn't gonna do one of these today because I'm in my I'm in a work truck. Basically, it's a big, like, 24-foot truck, kind of like the ones that you see people use to, like, move and shit. But anyway, I wasn't gonna do one because it's kind of loud in here, as you can hear in the background. But this stupid traffic out here, like, just ridiculous. So I'm gonna do a real quick Morning Toke today, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eddie Law. Of course, you can get these on crossbonesmma.com. And soon there will be, I'll begin to upload them to, I think I already uploaded yesterday's. I think I already uploaded yesterday's Morning Toke to iTunes. So if you go to iTunes and search Crossbones MMA space radio, no actual, like, word space, but an actual space radio. So you look at Crossbones MMA as one word, and then radio, and you'll find us. Subscribe, get all our shit automatically to your phone, to your iTunes, whatever you use. Especially iPhone, because the iPhone's got that podcast app. So as you guys can see, you guys probably hear everything back here. So hopefully it's not too hard to listen to, sound quality wise. But anyway, last night Keyboard Warriors episode 62 went down. Myself, Fred Kirby, talking about everything from UFC Mexico to Floyd Mayweather saying that, I'm older now, lots of stab, Conor should be the favorite on paper, bullshitting us left and right. To, of course, Paulie Malignaggi. I don't know how to say his last name. Malignaggi. Fuck. Apologize, Paulie. But regardless, that dude, talking about how he was actually treated pretty shitty with the whole thing with Conor's training camp. He went in there to spar with him, and it sounds, from all accounts, I take it back. It sounds from his account that he was used as a promotional piece. So, and honestly, if you think about it, it kind of was. It seems like it, right? All the evidence to me points that way. So he might have been used that way, but who knows? Dude might just be pissed off. Maybe he did get knocked down. Who fucking knows? I don't know. Anyway, regardless, not a lot went down yesterday, man. To be able to talk about it in the show. That's the other reason I wasn't gonna do one. Here's a fun one. The Nevada State Athletic Commission is gonna vote on lighter gloves. Sorry, they're gonna vote on lighter gloves for the McGregor-Mayweather fight, supposedly. Which sounds like bullshit to me, because under 147 pounds and under, you can use 8-ounce gloves. I think everything over that has to be 10 ounce or more. So I don't see how that's even gonna matter. That being said, if they give, here's the thing, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, it sounds like a conspiracy." Think about it. Just look into it, okay? I'm just saying, they fake 6 movement missions. I'm fucking with them. I'm turning into Eddie Bravo. But if they're not selling tickets that well, they need to hype the shit out of this whole thing, badly. That's why Floyd's out saying, "I'm old. He's a favorite. He should be the favorite on paper." That's why they use Paulie as a promotional piece, as even though they probably possibly pushed him down, or that Conor possibly pushed him down, or possibly pushed him down. And it wasn't a real knockdown, they can still use that as, Conor's better than everyone thought, or whatever the fuck. So, this could be another promotional piece, honestly with you. If Floyd was the one that said, let's use 8-ounce gloves, let's use 8-ounce punch, alright, cool. That puts him more at a risk, but I think it's a calculated risk that he's willing to take, because he's not going to get hit. You know what I mean? So, it's one of those things where it's kind of like, make it hype it up, because I tell you what, if the NAC actually votes to use 8-ounce gloves in this fight, it's going to jack up the Conor, the Conor hype train as far as the hype goes, right? The promotional stuff. He's gonna be like, "Oh, they gave me smaller gloves. This guy's an idiot. I'm gonna knock him out. If I land, whatever I land, I knock out." And he's gonna be like that kind of talk. He's got to land first. That's the thing. And I don't buy this bullshit from Mayweather saying, "Oh, I've lost a step" or anything. It's bullshit. That dude would never say that shit and actually mean it. Especially not after a couple months of, "I'm gonna knock his ass out. I'm gonna knock his ass out." It's like, all right, dude, I'm gonna knock his ass out. And who knows? Maybe Floyd can. He should. The way I see it, and if it's just pure boxing, Floyd should be able to do something to Conor, hurt him at least, right? Especially, But here's the thing about Floyd, though. Those 10-ounce gloves turn into 8-ounce gloves, and Floyd's got kind of brittle hands, man. His hands are really fragile, really fragile. You know, he's fucked him up quite a few times. Pretty noted. In fact, Dana White's used that as a talking point over and over and over again when going over this fight. So, what the fuck? So I'm driving in traffic right now. Arizona traffic's turning to LA real fucking fast. And it's like, I need to fucking get over here. And because I'm in a big truck, people think they can just shoot by me. They don't realize that as soon as I'm in the way, I'm in the fucking way. They're not getting past me, so fuck them. Anyway. Beautiful Thursday morning here in the valley. It's gonna be hot as hell again, so it's not gonna be beautiful much longer. But it's nice and cloudy. I like it cloudy. It's not gonna be hot, so. Alright, I'm trying to think of other shit to talk about. I know I read some shit. I just can't remember what it was. It's been a long fucking week, man. Like, a lot of working out. Still coming back from that back thing. Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen Paige Van Zandt had this photo on Instagram of her foot. She got a nasty cut on that shit. Alright, nasty cut. One of my friends sent it to me. The best part is that of course MMA sites fucking ran with that shit. Like, oh, Paige Van Zandt suffers injury on foot. And they didn't do it from talking to her. They didn't do it from going to being to the gym. They didn't do it for any leg work. They saw her Instagram post, and they're using that as like, whatever. Anyway, I think I'll let up just tiny bit of North Korea before we cut this episode a little short. Apparently North Korea is talking about nuking Guam. Like, really, dog? You ain't nuking nobody. We cut the shit. Again, this is like, for example, the headline of CNN, I'm pretty sure it says something like North Korea details, Guam nuclear plans or whatever the fuck, right? Who the fuck are they telling? Like, are they releasing this shit to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to know where this information is coming from. Like, I'm not just gonna buy it because they put it on CNN or on Fox News, like, oh, North Korea details this shit. Now, granted, I haven't read the fucking article, let's be completely honest. But, the fuck are we talking about here? You know what I mean? It's I don't know, this whole thing's stupid. I'll call this fake news. How's that? Fake, wrong, fake news. It's all fake news. Don't trust CNN or Fox News or the White House or anybody really. Fuck them. Dude, what the fuck? Sorry, I really started taking video and putting on like a dash cam so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Because I mean, it piss you off too just watching it. Everyone's a fucking dickwad. You know what I just noticed? Now, when I get out the freeway in this particular exit, there's 3 exits to go. Motherfucker. This bitch fucking really hit the brakes on everybody. And the 3 dudes just ran the red. This is chaos in this morning. Mind you, it's not really a big deal, but still. Alright, so here's what I noticed about this exit. So this exit has 3 exits, 3 lanes that can go left. And the middle one can go right. And then there's a right lane, right? So, there's a lady, there's a homeless person on the side with a cardboard asking for, whatever. And everybody moves to the lane furthest from her. Like, to think that if you get into the first lane where she's at, you're gonna have to give her shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna have to give her anything. What are we doing here? But that's how people are. They instead of feeling like, well, I don't really have to do anything. They feel like shame because they don't want to give them anything. It's kind of weird, so they move away. Instead of being in the first lane, they go to the third lane. That's why the third lane was packed. So while the third lane's really for big trucks like this to have plenty of room to turn, they're using it so they can get away from the homeless person that's asking for shit and needs help. So also, like, con artists have fucked that whole thing up for homeless people. You know what I mean? You used to give homeless people money out of the kindness of your heart, and you realize like a lot of those people make like $300-400 a day on that shit. So why would they bother trying to get a job or better themselves, right? It's why work for money when they're giving it to you? That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Now there's a lot of like times where it's like a legitimate situation where it's just like, dude, they need help, and they literally ran out of all options, or they can't. You know what I mean? But like this, con artists basically fucked that up for homeless people, and it sucks. So anyway, I think yesterday or the day before, I tweeted out, if you could bring back anybody, any MMA fighter of any time, bring them back into their prime into today's MMA, who would it be? I'm getting a ton of Boss Root and a ton of Dom Fry, a few Shoguns, what else am I getting? A couple Anderson Silvas, stuff like guys like that. Sakuraba I got a couple times. Now there's one that's like that I picked because of course I gave my own pick, and I picked Vanderlei Silva. Prime Vanderlei would destroy shit. That being said, someone pointed out to me, and they had a really good fucking point, that Prime Vanderlei Silva would not get past USADA worth the fuck at all. Like, Vanderlei Silva would be so screwed if Jeff Nowitzki stuck around. You know what I mean? Or if they didn't look the other way. But let's pretend that he could get away with it. Oh, goddamn, Wanderlei Silva against anybody today would be a murder fight, like a crazy fight. So, yeah, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's freaking crazy, but it's fucking fun too, like to think about. So it's always fun to think about hypotheticals, because you never know, and you can fuck with them a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I could, people were asking, like, was Usada around for this hypothetical, scenario? And I'm like, shit, yeah, well, if it's today. But let's say if it wasn't, you could bring back a bunch of motherfuckers. You could bring back Bigfoot Silva, although his prime didn't last very long. But you could bring back a prime Bigfoot Silva and face him off against like a prime anybody, really. That'd be a fun fight regardless. And then I got a few Fedors, not as many as I thought I would. I thought I'd get so many Fedors. And one asshole sent me a fucking Cain Velasquez prime. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. Yeah, sorry, you guys, apologize for all the noise in the back. I'm probably going to end this soon because this thing's going to shake all the way back to work. So, anyway, thanks for listening. Everything got a few, got big things coming up. It's about as much as I can give you guys. Started the process on a company I'm starting. It's going to be a lot of fun. Who knows what's going to happen, right? I'm hoping for big things, but if it doesn't, I took a shot. I don't mind that. Here's the thing. It's never the fear of failure. It's the fear of never pushing myself to try. So I figure I'm gonna give something a try here. It's gonna be pretty cool, and the good part is gonna be able to, I think you guys will be able to not get involved in the business aspect, but I think you guys will be able to be like enjoy some of it. So that'd be great. I'm not revolutionizing anything. I think I'm just having fun with this shit. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I'm able to, and release that news here on one of these episodes. So again, Keyboard Warrior 62, episode 62, available now on YouTube at crossroadsmma.com. Available later today on iTunes at Crossroads MMA Radio on iTunes. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, to the iTunes. Really appreciate everyone's retweets and everyone sharing and everything. And really lucky to have a lot of cool people that listen and support. So, if you follow me on Twitter at Elaw31, I always follow back. You can follow the page at Crossroads MMA, and the Keyboard Warriors is at Keyboard MMA. Make sure you hit us up on that too. Anything else? Nope. So everyone have a good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you're at, and to catch you guys later.